Hello friends and family of YouTube. Well, today I am trying something that I'm having fun with. I'll just tell you that. Well, I'm trying to keep this RV behind me cooled off by using an as seen on TV product called Arctic Air. Well, they claim that this thing will cool down an area, and I did a test yesterday for only 1 hour. Well, today's test is going to be for an entire day. And this RV will be sitting out in mostly full sun throughout the day. So it will get warm in there. Yesterday it was 94 degrees inside the RV when I got in there at 6 o'clock in the evening. So I'm running a test today from 10 o'clock in the morning all the way to 6 in the evening. And I want to see just what will happen. Well, if you've looked down into the comment section, you've noticed that I have disabled comments on this video. Because if you're like me, you'd probably scroll down there and you'd read what others said and you'd leave the video. But I'm going to make you stick around for all of it. But I will tell you the full results of this and whether you need to spend 40 bucks on it. Not only is it as seen on TV and you can order it off of TV, but you can also get it at Walmart as I did for 40 bucks. So, hey, let's go inside and see what's going on in here. Okay, this is what I am going to be operating the Arctic cooler with today. This is a piece that I bought at Walmart. It was $20. And this will plug into, of course, to the cigarette lighter jack that's inside the RV here. And then I turn it on and I use the USB port from the Arctic Air, and that's what I will run today. I will run it on the battery, and I will also open the vent in the bathroom. I do have the air conditioner on in the RV now, so that I will have the temperature starting at 70 degrees when I get this whole thing going, and that way we kind of give it a free chance, you know, a fair shot, I should say. Okay, I left both of these bottles of water in the refrigerator last night, and then I put them in the freezer this morning for about 10 minutes. So both of these are very cold. So I feel like if the room starts off cool and the water in the cooler starts off cool, that's giving this thing the best opportunity, because normally what would happen is the temperature would cool down overnight. I would start this up at about 7 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't want to sleep in here last night and go through all that, so I'm doing it at 10 o'clock this morning instead. So let me take the tops off and I'll pour the water right into this trough here, and we'll set it up, get it going. As I said, I did put these in the freezer for 10 minutes, and you can hear the ice that is built up inside, and there's a little bit of ice that you can see as I poured it out. It did form inside of there. Some pieces of ice had fallen in. So I feel like I am giving this thing the best opportunity it could have. Again, we're going to start at 70 degrees in here. So the main thing I want to see is that this can maintain a decent temperature. I'm not expecting this thing to stay 60 degrees inside here all day, but hey, at the end of the day, if I can come in here and it's only 80 degrees in here, I'd be tickled. I'd be excited. Okay, so I got my inverter hooked up to the cigarette lighter port. I've got the USB cable hooked into it, coming off of the back of the Arctic Air. Got the Arctic Air full of my cold water, and now I'm ready just to push on. Again, I do have the electricity turned off in here, so all we're running on is just the battery. And you can feel it is coolish feeling air. Alright, now let me show you the temperature in here. It is right at 70 degrees. Okay, what I want to show you now is the conditions this RV is going to be put into today. it is sitting out in the full sun. You can see the electrical cord hanging out of there. I have unhooked the electricity, and this RV will be in full sun until about 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. Yesterday I came out here at 7 p.m. and this RV was 94 degrees inside of it. It was right out 90 outside, but it was 4 degrees hotter inside the RV. And that's because it's just like a car. If you park a car out in the sun, it's going to get hotter inside the car than it does outside. Okay, well, it's been running for 2 hours, and I came in here to put some more water in it. So I'll show you what how much it's going to take just after the 2-hour run. I'll fill it all the way up, and it looks like it's going to take right at a half a bottle. Alright, well, I've come out here at the 4th hour, so of course we're halfway through the test, and I'm going to add some water to it, and looks like the water level, I'll have to probably turn a flashlight on to see and to be able to show you. Well, the water's only dropped down about 1 inch since I was out here earlier, so I guess once the filter gets all the water soaked up in it, maybe it draws the water down slower than it does at first. And that's kind of what I think it was trying to say in the instructions. It didn't quite make too great a sense, but anyway, you go ahead and pour this cold water in. This water that I brought in here, I did put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and it was trying to freeze up, so there's a good bit of ice in this water, so hopefully that'll cool it down a little bit better too. Well, it's just a little more than halfway through the test, and I wanted to show you how the RV is sitting out here in full sun. So it is really taking a baking right now, and of course that little fan in there is just begging for mercy, I'm sure, trying to keep it cool in there. But yeah, I got about another hour 15, and I'll go back in and pour some more cool water in it. Okay, folks, well, the time is up. I have had this going since 10 o'clock this morning. It is now 6 p.m. So I run a good 8 hours on it. And the first thing I want to point out is that when the water was cool inside of here, you could feel that the air was cool in it. Okay, now you can feel that the air it's moist, but it's not as cool as it was earlier. Well, if you can read this, it looks like the water temperature is nearly 90 degrees. I have dropped this little thermometer down in here to kind of get an idea. Well, I mean, really, if you think about it, the only way this is gonna make the air any cooler is if the water is actually cooler. So, and please, y'all stay with me till the end of this video, because I got some other information I'm going to share with you. But I do want to show you the temperature in here is it's the same as it was yesterday. So this did not drop the temperature at all. Now, let me say this. If I get 100 likes on this video within 3 days, let me show you what I will do. I will fill up this with ice in the morning. I will put a bag of ice in here. I will put a little bleeder valve on here, and I will hook this rubber hose to this trough, or whatever you want to call it here, this tray. And as the ice melts, I will have this rubber hose going into this fan, this cooler fan. I will do everything possible to make this as cold as I can get it. I will pour the coldest water in here to start with. I will put a bag of ice in here so that cold water is constantly dripping down into here. I want to make this as cold as I can. So if I get 100 likes within 3 days, I will do that test. And I know it's just killing so many people that they would love to put in the comments of how stupid I am for even thinking that this would cool off this RV. I never said I thought it would cool it off. But this box right here says that at the very top it says quick and easy way to cool any space. It doesn't say that it's a quick way to put moisture in the air, which is exactly and all this thing really does. That's all it does, is put moisture in the air. That's all this thing does. It is not a cooler. You know, if you were out in a dry condition, maybe out in a desert or something, I guess it might. But here in Alabama, we have our humidity is so high, our heat is so thick here. I mean, it feels like you're wearing heat out here. But to give you an idea of what I did in the RV, I did open the vent in the bathroom, and I turned on the vent fan, which I only have one of those 4-inch fans in my vent. I do not have a fantastic fan, but you know, that might have helped in this particular situation. I don't know. All I can tell you is what I done here and what the study I did. And I know some of you are curious about my battery as far as what was the battery reading after I'd done this, because I did run the cooler fan all day today at 8 hours, and I also had the vent fan on for 8 hours. So I was curious myself, and the battery, when I read it with the tester, was 12.42. So some of you may know what that means. I don't. Batteries and electricity doesn't make any sense to me. There's too many things that you can't see with your own eyes between hertz, volts, amps, watts, and voltage and all that crap. I just can't understand it. I've got to be able to see it to understand it. Anyway, folks, like I said, y'all put 100 likes on here. In the next 3 days, I will do another test. If not, this thing's going back to Walmart because it is false advertisement. It does say that it will cool any area. It doesn't cool, it just makes an area wet. So anyway, y'all give me the thumbs up 100 times, we'll do another one. Thanks for watching, folks. I sure appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.